Hi, I'm Mrs. Tracy, and today we are going to learn about decomposing fractions. What is a fraction? Well, a fraction is a part of a whole number. So if you look right here, you can see that this is 1/2 of a whole number, and that's the fractions. Our objective today is to decompose fractions as a sum of unit fractions using tape diagrams. This is a tape diagram. I colored in one piece of the whole number. The number is in thirds, so 1/3 is colored in. The top number of the fraction is the part that is colored in, so that is 1. The bottom number is the denominator, and that is 3. So 1 out of 3 is colored in, so that is the fraction. The numerator, remember, is on top, and the denominator's on bottom. So what we're going to do today is, if you have a piece of paper, take your piece of paper and we are going to fold it in thirds. To fold it in thirds, you have to carefully fold it this way and that way, and then put the creases down, and then you have 3. You can go over with a marker so you can see the creases better. I already did mine, and so you can now see that there are 3 pieces of my original whole number. So the paper was the whole, but now I have 3 pieces of the whole. So right now I have 1/3, this is 1/3, and that is 1/3. So you have 3/3, and 3/3 is equal to 1 whole. If we look at it in a number bond sense, you have 1 on top, so you have your whole number, then you have your part. So 1 equals 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3. You can also write it right here. 1 equals 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3. Let's try it again, but this time, let's look at this one. I folded a piece of paper into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts. So there are 6 parts. And on this paper, I'm going to pretend to shade, I'm just going to put an X to show you. So 1, 6, 2, 6, 2, 6. So now I have 2 6 out of 6 6. And so this time, if I want to do my number bond, I'm going to have to write it a little bit differently. So if I have my whole, I colored in 2 out of 6, but then there were 4 left over. So now I have 2 6 plus 4 6 equals 6 6, which equals 1 whole. We're going to do a little more practice with that in a bit, but now what if I had fourths? So I have 2 sets of fourths. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So this would be 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4. So 4 fourths. So this whole thing is a whole right here. And then this whole thing is a whole. So I have 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. But what if I colored in 7 of those? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now I colored in 7 fourths, so I have an improper fraction. If you remember, an improper fraction is when there's more numbers on top than on the bottom. So I colored in 7 out of 4. So it looks like this. 7 out of 4, and so I had colored in 4/4, so all of those were colored in, and then I colored in 3/4, right here. So my number bond now looks like this. I have 7/4 equals 4/4 plus 3/4. And if you remember, if I have 4 out of 4 colored in, that is 1 whole. So this can be converted, and we'll learn about converting later, but this can be converted to, if I have 4/4, this is equal to 1. So you're going to have 1 and 3/4. But that can be a little confusing right now. So just remember that for later. Now we're going to try it out. So if you look at the problem set, you have 1 whole. So 1 whole equals 1, 2, 3. So it's out of thirds. So what this is colored in, 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3 equals 1 whole. If you look at this one right here, this is a whole, but this one right here is, you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's out of 5, and this one's they only have 1, so this is 1/5. And then this is 1, 2, 3. So this is 3/5 right here. So I'm going to write my equation. So I am going to write, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So they only have 4/5 colored in. So I have to make my number bond like this. 4/5 is 1/5 plus 3/5, and that equals 4/5. If I look at C, I look at all of it is a whole, but they colored in, so 1, 2, 3, 4 is out of 4, but this is 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4. And 1/4 is not colored in, and so that is all going to equal 3/4. So our number bond is 3/4 is 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4. If you try it and you have any questions, make sure that you let me know. And I can help you out. And that was today's lessons on fractions.